Hi everyone, I'm Caroline Girard. I'm the co-founder of PedaYoga here in the Maritimes. Today we will be talking to France Hutchinson, which is the founder of the PedaYoga company. So we're gonna have a couple questions today, specific for her, because I would like to introduce PedaYoga specifically for kids with different trauma and as a tool to help foster parents, support workers, and everybody that works also around kids that has different trauma. So here's my first question for you. First of all, I want to say thank you to take the time for us, and yeah, thank you very much for your time. So my first question will be, can you just first of all explain what is today yoga? Because this is fairly new in the Maritimes, and I would like people to really understand the concept behind it.
Yes, thank you, Caroline. My name is again is France Hutchison. I'm the founder of PedaYoga, but most of all, I'm the parent of a child who has special needs. I am also someone who worked closely in education system, but most of all, work also with all the people who are helping children with trauma, with learning disabilities, with ADHD symptoms. And I am really, really pleased to invite people to our next webinar. I think we want to mention that we will have a webinar who has more information than what we have today. But why does PedaYoga exist and why do we want to focus on working with the community, the people who are also working with kids with trauma, with families who have to deal with kids with trauma, who have to deal also with kids who have either anxiety, a learning disability. So most of all, we want to work with these people because we've been there, Caroline. We know that working with these children needs support, needs new techniques that are inspired by the holistic field, so either yoga, music therapy, yeah, laughing yoga. So we, with PedaYoga, we have developed a collection of books, but most of all of trainings that are helping those people to integrate that in their intervention, either one-on-one intervention or group intervention. So our goal with PedaYoga is to work with those people, the people who are working with those children, to integrate those techniques in their sessions with them, either group sessions or also individual sessions. We've been focusing a lot. If you see the banner behind me, it's in French, so it's most of all in French, the collection, but we are really, really developing a lot of tools in English. We've been on the market since 2008, mostly in French, but it's really a big need that we are also serving in English. The collection is, like I said, books, but most of all trainings and support. I think we want to really focus, Caroline, on helping people integrate those techniques in their services, either services for the families, services for kids, or programs that are offered for those children. So I hope I answered your question, but I'm anxious to see the other question that you have.
So I've been working myself with kids in foster care and kids going in and out long term, working with group homes, working with their kids. So my question is, how would the staff and how would everybody will be including those techniques on a daily basis? Because we want it to be an everyday thing. It's not just like a one-shot deal and then you're gonna fix everything. So how can we working with kids that has different challenge and how can we help people just to integrate it in the daily life with those kids? Because we need support. We need to have that one by one step. I think,
Mhm.
and this is my question.
It's a big question, and I think we'll be able to answer all of this also in the webinar session that will be more extensive. But basically, I think what we've discovered in the education system or the parallel system that we have to education, the rehab sessions or the people who are closely working with families on rehab or a special head, um, we understand that having training for just training is not the solution. We want to offer support. So PedaYoga has a training that we can help the people who are working closely with the families or the children to integrate those techniques. We know the benefits of the yoga sessions, benefits of the holistic field, but most of all, we want to show them how to integrate it in the daily routines of children. We want to avoid one thing, Caroline, that I see I see more often in the education system or even in the yoga system. Um, we always rely on someone to teach us or to do the job for us. In
Mhm.
PedaYoga, what we want to show is how to do it ourselves. How to do it when you work with a child with special needs or with trauma. So we want to teach the person who works closely with the families how to do it, how to teach them. So we want to transfer the knowledge. And when you transfer the knowledge to the adult, they can transfer it to the children or to the families they're working with. I think this is our biggest mission, is to teach back and also to support the community to become to use the techniques that we're teaching. So you won't rely on having always the yoga instructor or the special person that will come and teach you on a daily basis. We want you to use those techniques and to develop the competency. That's why we've developed a curriculum that is extensive on, yes, on yoga, but also on other techniques that we want to show you. So you'll be able to apply it. I think you've done it as well with your
Yep.
family. Apply it at home, apply it and teach your children so they can apply for themselves. So it becomes a way of being and not just
Yeah.
waiting for the session on the Friday afternoon or Saturday. We want to make sure you apply it when you need it and when the children needs it.
Okay, and I think that's amazing because we need a tool that we can use ourselves, and it needs to be a daily thing. So I think I'm a believer because I use it, and I just want people to know more about it. So hopefully next week we're gonna have a lot of people to join us, to just because we'll go even like further in all those technique and information.
Yes, and I think what I want to share as well next week at our webinar, and I'm saying next week, but I know people might listen to this and they will have access also to the recording of this session. Um, I want to teach people, I want to share with people how I've been struggling as well with my own mental health, because working with these children, it takes a lot of energy. Working with families who are dealing with trauma, with mental health issues, either from themselves or for someone in their family. It's really, really tough. And I want to help people to help themselves first, use the
Mhm.
techniques for themselves, rebuild their energy, and as well use it on a frequent basis, because it's not true that you heal yourself once in your lifetime. You have to use it
Yep.
often and often. It has to become a second nature. So
Yeah.
when the challenges are striking or when you're facing a crisis situation, your memories, your cells, and your brain will know how to deal with it, and you have the confidence to deal with it. So this is what I'm teaching through my own experiences. I am still dealing with a child with special needs. She's 17 right now. It's other kinds of issues. She's
Yep.
becoming an adult. She still has those mental issues, anxiety, learning disabilities. So it's something that I think we want to share, is how to deal on a daily basis, but also for your entire life.
Yeah.
So it's basically, I think, our mission is to teach people and to help them overcome those challenges.
It's an amazing mission, and I mean, like we need to spread it. We need to talk about it. So love those videos for that reason.
Yes.
Thank
So
you.
I'm inviting everyone, if you know someone who needs it, if it's a parent, if it's someone who has also a network of people who have to deal with mental challenges, trauma, or children with special needs. I think we want to leave a legacy. We want to teach them and also empower them to use those techniques. They're so simple. They're so
Hmm.
easy to do, and sometimes we don't believe it's that simplicity that you need to integrate and it's going to make a difference. But I'm telling you, based on our stories and then based on Caroline's experience, because
Yeah.
Caroline, you'll be sharing your experiences as well, um, it's easy. So it's easy, it's fun, it's transformational, and it's inspiring. So these are basically the words I want to leave you for the next session.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for your time, and I think people will know now what Pida Yoga is, and they will definitely want to know more.
And come and ask your questions. So register for the webinar, and you'll have the information in the website, PedaYoga.com.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank
We'll
you,
see you.
Carolyn, for your time. Talk to
Bye.
you soon.
Bye bye.